why didn't Hadi win the show or play second, Chris? Give me your analysis of what Hadi's missing. Is it just height?
I'll tell you. Last year, Hadi looked like average in the prejudging. Last year,
yeah.
And then at the night show, he was a different guy. And I was there, and I was like, wow. I mean, everyone knows it now, but when it's happening, last year, you say, wow, that's like a huge jump in one day.
Right.
This year, in prejudging, he was not this. He would look very, very, very good, but at the night show, he was way better.
Yeah, he was.
He was way better at the night show. His right leg in prejudging looked small, which is. I think he might have been. Look at the legs there. That's not from that. That's not from. That's not even from the other day.
I was going to say Hadi 2019. I think could have almost won this show if he came in like 2019.
Yes, I agree. You just had a picture, Dave, from right there.
Yeah,
I think that's prejudging. There it is. No, that's prejudging right there. Yeah. Anyways, why didn't he looked a little like smallish in prejudging, almost to the. Not small, but just not like full blown. And because he wasn't full blown, because his condition's so good, his condition was great. So he looked like a little flat with great condition. Okay. The second night, he had totally outstanding condition and was fuller. And I watched the show and I could make that distinction from where I was sitting. Like, oh wow, he's really on tonight.
Right, but he still didn't beat Brandon or Ramy, according to the judge's
scorecard.
No,
and I think I think that he's smaller than Brandon. He's less round than Brandon. He has a different physique than Brandon. Brandon's probably in the judge's eyes hard enough to beat him. Meaning he's not off. And I think the judges from their seats would say, yes, he's peeled and, incredible muscularity, but he doesn't, let's take Ramy out for a minute. He doesn't have the side chest, side tricep. Even though his most muscular is outstanding, he don't have the roundness and the most muscular that Brandon has.
Right.
And that is, although I think on the scorecards, it doesn't look close. I think when you're judging it, you probably, when I do, I say Brandon, Hadi, wow, which one do I go with? I probably would have went with Brandon, definitely in prejudging, but also Brandon at night, as crazy as, geez, that's hard to say. Wait a minute. Hadi's, Hadi at night, Dave had the back shot. I was trying to think of the back shots. Hadi at night's back was really impressive, back lat spread.
I know how Hadi feels. It's like Lee Priest and Flex Wheeler at the 97 Ironman when I got second. I was in better condition, but I couldn't beat Flex's symmetry and roundness.
I mean, that's a decent comparison, So, I mean, I think Hadi deserves third. You could make an argument maybe for second. You probably could. As great as Brandon looked, and just, it's weird. Like Brandon has a better shot beating Ramy because he takes up more stage. He's bigger than Hadi has a chance at beating Ramy. So maybe that's why Brandon was in second. But in prejudging, for sure, Brandon was neck and neck with Ramy, and I didn't see Hadi is pushing him in prejudging, but at the night show, if I could see, for a judge or fan saying like Hadi looks better than Brandon here.
Right, but I think you mentioned, but what you said was Brandon got first place votes at prejudging. That put him, numerically way ahead of Hadi, obviously, because of that.
Yeah. He got all of them except one. You know what I mean? He got all of the first place votes. That's another way of looking at it.
Well, no, don't forget they dropped the highs and lows, so he probably got even more first place votes than you think, because two of them were dropped.
Can Tyler pull up? I know you can't go back in time, but can Tyler pull up a Hadi 2019? Because if he came in that condition and how he looked then, I reckon he would have pushed both Brandon and Ramy out almost for to win that 2019 look he had.
Yeah, well, that look that he had at actually that Vancouver show, I think there's a fullness that might be better there. I mean, we're talking 2 pounds, but on his frame, you know what I mean?
That's a lot.
Also bodies change from year to year to year too.
Yes.
I don't know how old Hadi is, if he, but sometimes certain years you have better looks than other years. I don't know.
Isn't he? Is in his 40s? Is he in his 40s, Hadi? Or I think he is, isn't he?
That's what I'm wondering, because I'm wondering if he's once you get to a certain point, you don't get better anymore. Really, you might get worse even. He's still a freak. I mean, he's an absolute freak. There's no doubt about it. I mean, there's no flaws in his physique in the sense of he's missing muscle someplace. There's really nothing.
But I think Hadi has one of those physiques too, and mindset. I think he could be an anomaly like Dexter. He got a bit better, and so does Kamal in the 212 for 51 almost. He still looks fantastic. So